Hi, my lovelies. Welcome to Love, Lauren, where we discover the beauty within so that we can experience it all around us. Looking into our own darkness isn't an easy work, but it is necessary to clear the patterns and programs running quietly in the background. So come on in, take your shoes off, get comfortable, and grab your drink of choice. And if you're ready to meet the most authentic version of yourself, welcome home. Grand Rising Lovelies. Happy Saturday. How are you feeling? I'm leaning in for our talk. I'm leaning in. Oh, that is tart. Mmm. Mmm. So combining toothpaste, lemon water, and guava peach tea is the perfect recipe for for Tart Town. What are you on? Y'all, I love alliteration. Random, you will begin to get random facts about me, and one of them is that I love a good alliteration. Today I figured that we could, my God, today is so many good things. That we look at an affirmation and a journal entry from Worthy and Clear today. And when I initially opened it to the one that I thought we were going to look at, it was touching on authenticity. But like, my God, today there's some. Oh, okay, we're gonna stop here. Ooh, can't make this shit up. We're gonna stop here, and then I want this to be a conversation, or kind of like a book club, but it's not a different kind of book club. So if the message resonates and if the journal prompt resonates and you want to participate and you have anything that you would like to share in the comments so that we can talk about what comes up for us, talk about some tips that you have, what things have helped you realize that you are worthy and clear, worthy of self-love and clear of those things that had been hindering you, or quite honestly may still be a little bit of a hindrance, but the awareness of them. A conversation between friends. So I opened it, and this is what I will say about this book, because it says that it's a 90-day journal to self-love and inner truth. But honestly, y'all, I have not worked this front to back. I will randomly just, whatever the message is for that day, I'll just flip until I feel called to stop, and then that's when we dive into. Ooh, I know that's right. I am open to receiving abundance in all forms. Yes. Oh, wow. Ooh, I think we got a twofer. I think we're gonna do two. Okay. We're gonna start with the one in the back first. You know what? I feel like this is kind of like, because I also like divining with the tarot and with the oracle decks. Hell, I think I did divine with some coffee grounds one time. But anyway, but this is also a form of divination. So it can be used as a form of divination as well. If wow. Like asking a question and seeking clarity, if you want to do it that way, and allow the pages to speak to you, to provide guidance. It's just the framework, and then however you want to incorporate your magic as you do some shadow work, go for it. Obviously go for it. Like, you don't need permission. You don't need my permission. So we're gonna take a cleansing breath just to settle in. And then we're gonna dive into this affirmation and journal prompts. And also, we do have some, y'all can't see them, but we have some roses right here, some red roses that are supporting us in our work, supporting us in our self-love. And if you need to pause and get some grounding, if you need to get you, I'm hearing some tourmaline, something to drink, some water, a calming blanket, something, if you need something in your hand, not a fidget spinner, but you know those like little stress ballies? I'm seeing that. Please get whatever you need to be comfortable and grounded and present in the moment, to know that you are safe and protected, and that whatever comes up, know that you are ready and you are fully supported. And that any emotions, whatever they may be, are valid, and you don't have to judge yourself for anything that presents itself to you. You are worthy to feel all of it, even the uncomfortable shit. So, today's affirmation is, I am my own greatest ally. So it's going to be backwards, but I am my own greatest ally. Okay. Oh. I am my own greatest ally. And the journal prompt is, when have I abandoned myself emotionally or spiritually? Oh. When have I abandoned myself emotionally or spiritually? The common denominator that's coming up for me is my people pleasing while in relationships. Shit. And that's all relationships. Because it didn't matter. I mean, my people pleasing started at home with my nuclear family, but then it seeped out in school, with my friendships, with my extended family, going into romantic. And yeah, people pleasing had been, because it's not anymore, had been the default setting. So with people pleasing, And it's like when uncomfortable things came up for me, and I'm being reminded of a friendship with who was once my best friend. And there would be things like, damn, I wore such a mask in that relationship because I was afraid that if I really said how I felt, or if I really showed up as Lauren, who I knew her to be at that moment in time, that I wouldn't be accepted. So it was a lot of chameleon energy, a lot of inauthenticity, and like uncomfortable topics, or like not even saying like, you know what, friend, I didn't like the way that like, I didn't like the way I felt. Like, I didn't even have the language, but I didn't even allow myself to try to find the language. Oh my God. Damn. So I just realized a pattern that I had. I would go without saying anything, suppress my feelings, suppress like, no, that, I don't like that. Wouldn't say anything. And then it would be like a culmination of like all these things. And when I got to the point of like, okay, enough is enough, instead of being fair and telling people what was going on, and then it would be like, no, I'm out. And then it would be like diarrhea of the mouth of everything, which honestly, with some of the relationships, they could have ended sooner. They could have ended sooner, because if I would have just vocalized like, no, maybe we're just not a good friendship fit. And that's okay. But yeah, I would, because I wanted friends. I wanted friends, and I wanted to be accepted no matter the room. And what happens when the rooms aren't even built for us, and we try to mold and morph ourselves into something that was never meant to fit? So abandoning myself emotionally that way, and abandoning myself spiritually. Oh my God. I would say that happens, or has happened. I'm thinking about when I was like freshly remembering who I was, and like knocking the dust off my eyes. And at first I would be really, really excited to share everything, but then it was like not realizing that like not everything is for everybody. And yes, you were excited, but like some things you don't have to share, like, and that's okay. And you don't have to like be that like, you gotta align your chakras, and when I just learned about it at 3 p.m. and now it's 7 p.m. and I know everything, and I'm telling you, you gotta do all this shit, but I'm still figuring myself out. So then I stopped sharing anything. And it was like, and I say that I was abandoning myself spiritually because there were moments that I knew I needed to speak for me, so that I could be authentic in my truth. And I shut that shit down. So I wasn't allowing myself to show up fully because, like, I am spirituality. Like, I don't I am spirituality. It is not a hat. It is not like, like talking points. Like, I am that. So me not talking about myself and like my experience or like something that I may have learned that is way different. It's more rooted in spirituality and getting to the root than surface level. But like, I'm not going to say anything, and I'm not going to share it. I'm going to try to, just keep it mundane, and I'm going to try to keep it where the fuck I know I don't want to be at. Like, where the fuck I know I don't want to be at. So that is how, those are some two instances for me. And what is coming up for you all as far as your abandonment? And that, you know what? Ooh, that's so good. That's so good, because abandonment, and that ties into our root chakra, sense of safety. Oh. Whew. What happens when we're the one abandoning ourselves? And I just have to let that land, because now I'm like, damn. Because that's not there's not a, you can't finger point that. Like, no one can dictate anything that we do. And it can be easy to be like, well, they didn't, they did, they da 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 da, they da 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 da. It's like, but what did you do? Or what did you not do? That is the question. Like, that's the question. And then that pulls us out of the victim and into victor, into the seat of our power, which is realizing, what is this situation showing me? What are these people offering me about myself that I need to recognize? What is this person showing me that maybe I have tucked away? And that's why I'm so fucking agitated, because they're showing up in all of their glory, because I'm not doing the same. It ain't got shit to do with them. It ain't got shit to do with them. And I think, like, if we can remember that, if we can remember what is like, because y'all, this is like, and I'm still having conversations with myself, and I'm still like analyzing and looking at certain things with certain relationships of where I was still like playing the victim. It's like, well, no, but they're here to help you regain your voice. They're here to help you, or they were here through all these different relationships, the friendships, my goodness, the friendships, to help you know that you are worthy of showing up as you are, authentically. And if it doesn't vibe with you being your most authentic version, then that is okay. because everybody is not meant to stay forever. And that, I think, is another thing. Trying to make seasons and moments into lifetimes that they were never meant to be in. So then we stay in places of being uncomfortable and abandoning ourselves, make ourselves sick, make ourselves miserable, because we are too afraid to acknowledge the fact of what we already know, that it's over, or that it has transitioned into something else and we have learned what it is that we needed to learn from each other. Even if we don't understand the lesson in that moment, but we got what we needed. We showed each other what we needed to show each other. The time came for us to separate, and that is okay. But what happens when we stay with shit too long? I'm speaking for myself, like now realizing how my body was screaming, Mama, I am not okay. Mama, I am stressed. Mama, these fibroids are all of a sudden enlarging, and now it looks like a hernia because this fibroid is so large. Your environment is stressful. Choosing ourselves when we know it's time to go. And that goes for family, that goes for friendships, that goes for work relationships, relationship with the work, with the career, because that is a relationship also. And knowing when it's time to come home to self and choose self. And choose peace and choose health and choose balance. So that's the first journal prompt. And I hope that, there we go. Yay, we came right to it. The next one is, I am open to receiving abundant. Y'all, I love this shit. Spirit is so perfect. God is so good. God is so good. Love, God, all the, I love this shit. Like, I love that shit. You can't make this shit up. Going into using this as divination and clarifying. So we just talked about, I am my own greatest ally. When have I abandoned myself emotionally or spiritually? So acknowledging that. And what comes up, and learning and realizing that it is okay to choose ourselves, to choose our mental health and peace, spiritual health and peace, emotional health and peace. And let me tell you this, because this is also something, because yes, mixing and morphing my spiritual practices and dimming down my spiritual capabilities and my spiritual connection, and the way I chop it up with the divine, and the way I rock with spirit and my ancestors, and dimming that down because it made other people uncomfortable. then it's like, well, shit, what are you, like, that's sacred. I mean, that is a huge abandonment that I did to allow someone outside of myself to change how I connect and interact with the divine and with my spirit team and with my ancestors, and how I choose to venerate my ancestors, and how I choose to, like, that's, whoa. And I did that. All right, so, I mean, whoo. But coming out of that energy, choosing self, choosing that, right? Which then leads to the next affirmation, which is, I'm open to receiving abundance in all forms. Because now the realization of worthiness can come in. Because it takes us choosing ourselves and no longer abandoning ourselves to be open. Because with that morphing and with that abandoning emotionally and spiritually, what that says is, I don't think it can get any better than this. So I'm going to take these here crumbs because this is all there is. And, you know, I don't want to, I'm willing to abandon myself so you, I'm willing to abandon myself so you don't abandon me. Please don't leave me. I'm open to receiving abundance in all forms. And please, if anything, like surrounding abandonment comes up, emotional alchemy. Oh, that's gonna be our next. Ooh, this is so good. That's gonna be our next one. We're gonna go in that book and talk about abandonment. Yeah, because we talk so much. That's so good, Spirit. That's so good. We talk so much. Shit, I'm saying we. I don't know. What I've seen and what I know about abandonment has been external abandonment, which, yes, that is definitely a real trauma and a real wound, a real imprint. But also looking at abandoning ourselves and what does that repair look like? So we'll go in there. I'm open to receiving abundance in all forms. How comfortable am I with receiving without giving in return? How comfortable am I with receiving without giving in return? How comfortable am I with receiving without giving in return? We're getting I'm the most comfortable I've been in my life since I was a child. I'll say that. I will say that. If I was to go 0 to 10 on the comfortability, how comfortable am I with receiving without giving in return? Ooh, I'm at a 9.5, which is so, that's like day and night, because I used to be the one that, once again, wanting people to be there, so I will give you everything, leave myself with nothing, that would be what I would do so that you stay. So yeah, like, okay, take my money. I'll figure my shit out. I'll figure my bills out. Yeah, I'll figure it out. But here you are outside. That's another abandonment. Outside of me, and for some reason, I felt like, well, not some reason, because I wanted to be loved, and I don't even like. I didn't even. The thought never thought like, hey, mama, like you have your own things to handle. How about you make sure that you are okay first? That you and your child are okay first. And it's not just monetary. Giving conversations, giving up mental space, giving up of my body with nothing in return. I mean, not even, and now we're talking about the body, like not even, I mean, not even like sometimes not even like a promise or a a falsification of documents of what could possibly come after, but it was like, just love me, just love me, just love me, just value me, when all the while, right? So I say that to say that now that I have turned it within, I am more open to receiving, because now I realize that I am worthy of receiving, that I am worthy of reciprocity. And like, even I saw some, I wanted a burger yesterday. And so I went on to the little Instacart app, because I wanted to go to Sprouts. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and plan out my budget before I go. And I'm going to go ahead and plan out what it is. And they had these turkey burger with the feta and spinach popped up. But it was like, the ones that they make in the little case and you could just buy it individually. So it's like, oh, my whole everything lit up. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go get me one burger. I would go get me one burger, and it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna get me some of these, I'm gonna get me some little Boulder chips with the avocado oil, because like I've been clearing out a lot of things dealing with my my childhood, specifically my childhood growing up in church, and clearing out things surrounding being a little black girl growing up in a predominantly white church, and like what that looks like. Because like, damn, like I don't think my God looked like your God. But anyway, like that stuff has been coming out. So like my inner child, like that would be a treat. It's like when we would have, like when my parents would make homemade burgers on a Friday night. And then like, what was that on ABC? Like that block, you have Family Matters, and then you had Step by Step, like, shit. Sign me up for that. So we wanted a burger. So I get there and I'm like, oh yeah, I saw I saw that y'all have the turkey burger. And the guy was like, with the feta and the spinach? I was like, yeah. And I'm looking in the case and it wasn't there. And I was like, And I could feel, I was like, but once again, well, I don't want to bother. And he was like, do you want, he was like, it's nothing for me to make it. Like, do you want one? I was like, if it's not too much trouble. And he was like, it's not. Now, mind you, this man had already told me it's not trouble. And he was like, how many do you want? And I was like, well, so it's worth your while, I'll take 2. And I was like, I can't remember how I said it, but the way Spirit grabbed my tongue and got me, because I think it was something to the effect of, is it worth the energy? And it was like, aren't you worth the energy? I didn't even realize what I was saying in that time. This man is offering to prepare something that I want. He wasn't begrudging about it. He was like, yeah, like, what? No, I just got to grab the stuff and whip it up. And I was the one bringing in this underlying thing of not feeling worthy of receiving something that I walked into the store to want. And the way, like, it was like, oh, and I can't remember what was said, but I was like, oh, got it. Okay. Yes. Thank you. I will happily take these. I will happily take these burgers, because it was something that I wanted, but in that moment was so quick to cut myself off from something that was still accessible to me, because I didn't want to inconvenience something else. So I am open to receiving abundance in all forms. That was abundance. And the price that came out was $6.60, which breaks down to the 3. Yep. And that is my life path. I'm a 12-3. Wow. So I guess we need to knock that down, or is that the 0.5? I don't know. I don't know. So maybe it's still okay. So how comfortable am I with receiving without giving in return? Wow. Okay. There we go. I'll put it up again. And what I'll do is I'll take pictures. How can I do that? Can I take pictures and post it? I'll figure it out, but I'll take pictures of the, oh, that's what I'll do. Thank you, Spirit. I will write the, I'll write the affirmations and the journal prompts in the description of the video. So if you need to visually have it there as well. But tell me how you feel about this. If you want to continue to do like the journal conversations, and if, once again, like if anything comes up, if you have any input, any things that are helping you, have helped you clear, have helped you with your self-love and your self-worth, because baby, I am receptive. I am receptive to all of the wisdom. I'm receptive to all the knowledge and the wisdom that you all have to offer, so that I may be empowered and continue to grow and expand and like do this thing to the bliss of my ability. The bliss. So I love you all, and I look forward to our next conversation. So next conversation, we're going to be going into 7:33 on the clock. Next conversation, we're going to be going into the Emotional Alchemy book, and we will tap on abandonment and start looking at that. And because this is very important, why that has shown up and why shown up in the way that it has for the mission, and how it is actually meant to assist you. Because my heart's desire is that as you walk away from every single video, every single conversation and discussion that we have, is that you walk away with like a, oh, and that you're able to see in your life, oh, so that's why that happened. And that's how that's tied to what I'm called to do and the things that I enjoy and what I feel I am to bring to this earth realm. Because we chose. And with us choosing, that means that we aren't here to suffer. And one of the greatest ways to suffer is to be in the state of a victim instead of the sovereignty of victor. And like we got to operate in sovereignty. Free thinkers, free feelers, free movers. Like that is my desire for this space, is that we, as within, so without. As within, so without. As above, so below. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and go off because but I love you all. Have an amazing day, and I will I will see you all next time.